how we protect each other, how we fight back this disease is something that is a more recent part of the strategy, but I think it's been very, very successful overall, and that is face coverings. You know, weeks ago, I said we want New Yorkers to now start using face coverings in public. I have to say thank you to the people of the city. Overwhelmingly, even though it wasn't something you were used to doing, overwhelmingly, New Yorkers have taken to using face coverings when you go outside. It takes some getting used to. As we've emphasized, you don't need a fancy surgical mask. You don't need an N95. You just need something to cover your face. And New Yorkers have been creative and resourceful, as always, and the vast majority of people are complying, and we want to see a lot more compliance going forward. So remember that protecting each other reduces the spread of the disease, gets us one step closer to normal. I know putting on a face covering is not necessarily fun. I know as the weather gets warmer, it may feel inconvenient. Sometimes you don't remember it. But think about this to motivate you. When you put on that face covering, you are reducing the spread of this disease and taking one small step towards normalcy. So it may not always feel fun, but it's going to feel really good when we get out of this. When they can put this crisis behind us, everyone can contribute. Just put on that face covering. Just don't hesitate. Put it on. Bring it with you. Bring some extras with you so you always have one. Now, we know that sometimes people just forget, or they don't have one, or they don't have a way to get one. So the city's going to step in. This weekend, the last couple of days, we started huge distribution of free face coverings in parks and other locations around the city. Great response. People were really grateful to get them. We're going to now build that up to a much higher level. So we are now going to ramp up a plan, and it will take effect starting immediately, to distribute 7.5 million face coverings, meaning wherever you turn, you're going to be offered a face covering, and it's going to be on an ongoing basis for weeks to come to make sure that everyone has what they need. These, of course, will be distributed for free as we work together to beat back this disease. 5 million, and this, so there's a couple kinds. I'll hold up this kind first. 5 million are the three-ply non-medical masks. So again, I want to emphasize, when you look at one of these, and I did not really fully understand at first, these are ones that have the wire at the top that you can kind of shape around your nose. These are the three-ply non-medical masks. These are not the same as what our healthcare heroes use, but they really do help. They really do reduce the spread of the disease. If anyone happens to be infected, it helps make sure that others are not. 5 million of these will be given out. Now, these are reusable so long as they stay dry. And I think there's been a lot of questions. I think some people, again, we unfortunately live in a little bit of a throwaway culture here in our country, something we need to start getting away from. People might think, oh, you use it once, you throw it away. No, you can keep using it so long as it stays dry. If it's dry, the integrity of it holds and it performs the protective function. If it gets wet, it might be compromised, but so long as it's dry, you can use it certainly a number of times. The other thing we're going to give out is 2.5 million of the cloth face coverings. So cloth face coverings that are reusable, that are washable, you can use them as long as they hold together. We'll be giving out a lot of those as well. Now, where will we be giving them out? A lot of places in New York City. A whole different set of places. I mentioned our parks, of course, that will be one focal point. In addition, at public housing developments, at the grab-and-go food sites being run out of schools, at Mitchell-Lama affordable housing buildings, at the Staten Island Ferry, any place that the NYPD and the Parks Department and other agencies are going to enforce social distancing, they'll also be carrying a supply of free face coverings. So it's going to become more and more. You're going to see it expand this week we're in now. And I think it's going to make things easier and easier for New Yorkers who want to follow these rules and want to keep people safe, and that is clearly the vast majority of the people of this city.